Stick-built homes have been around forever. That's all people know, and so that's tried and true for most, and they think that that's good for them. And so for me, I think one of the most impressive things that I saw going into it, some of the brochures were showing some of the Kobe, Japan earthquake areas, and then they showed one of the houses that was still standing, which was a SIPS panel house, and I mean, it withstood it. And so you guys were from Gig Harbor, you say? You remember that when we had that earthquake we had a few years ago. That shook everything up pretty well. And I remember I was at Scott's house, and I watched his place roll a little bit too. But everything shook around here, and one of the customers that we had built a house for, it was a SIPS again, and he was really quite concerned to get home because he was at work, and he said he had gotten home, and he walked into his shop, and which was just a pole barn shop building, and he said everything in his shop was just in disarray and flown all over the place. And then he walked into his house, and I think he said one picture was fallen over on his mantle, and the shop is only 50 feet from his house. And he was very impressed that, I mean, he thought for sure he was going to have stuff looking the same in his house as he did in his shop.
I was at work, scared me to death. I thought I was going to die. I was on the second floor of one of the Capitol buildings, which, I mean, the building shook so bad, I thought it was just going to collapse and I was going to get crushed in it. My office, I could not get out. I got trapped because everything flew off my shelves, everything flew off everything just opened up, and I literally got trapped in my office. I couldn't get out. So this was right after I had moved into this house, maybe 3 months, I think, after we had moved into this house. And I'm panicking, thinking, oh my gosh, my brand new house, what has happened to my brand new house? I get here, one plate fell off my shrunk. One plate, that's it. Nothing fell, no doors were open, no drawers were open. I mean, and I have stuff all over the place that's not mounted down, and nothing fell. That's shocking. Like I think 2 earthquakes prior to building this house here, and they were very mild earthquakes, but for somebody, I'm from New York, they scared me to death even though they were mild. And that was the other thing that, now that you mentioned it, that triggered me, because I said, Washington, I don't want to go to Washington, they get earthquakes there. We went throughout the whole house looking for things, you know, to see if anything was shaken or you know, anything separated, nothing.